Good evening. I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us tonight. Football Friday night starts in just 15 minutes. But first tonight, it is the strongest storm by far of the season. And though it's too early to tell how much of an effect it will have here on Florida, Hurricane Matthew, there is some breaking news. We will get to Bob on that in just a second. But first, Governor Rick Scott is urging residents to be prepared. Scott says in a statement tonight that everyone needs to stay vigilant and that he will continue to be briefed on the storm throughout the weekend. The state EOC, meanwhile, is activated to a level 3, which means officials are just monitoring the storm for now. And of course, also monitoring the storm very closely, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. And Bob, tell us about those latest updates.
Haley, you said it right there. Breaking news on this storm system. This is going to go down in the record books from the Category 1 storm that it was at this time last night to a Category 5, the strongest storm you can get. Just came down from the National Hurricane Center. Top winds now at 160 miles an hour with gusts over 185 on our gust. It's incredible that it was just a Category 1 yesterday. Now it has a well-defined eye. It's over some very warm water. There's really no shear around because it's created its own environment. It's kind of blocking any kind of shear away, and it looks like it's continuing on this west-southwesterly course. Another part of the breaking news is that now Florida, which just a sliver of it was in the hurricane forecast cone of uncertainty at the 6 o'clock report, has now got a little bit more in that cone. So we have to watch this very closely here in the state of Florida. It's still moving at the west at 7 miles an hour. It's slowing down a little bit. It's getting ready to make that break to the north. Jamaica may feel the effects of this very dangerous and devastating storm. Looks like over the weekend, especially on Sunday. There it is, Category 4 hurricane by tomorrow. It may fluctuate in speed. It could go back up to a 5 as it makes its way toward Jamaica and then eventually toward the eastern tip of Cuba, Guantanamo Bay right there as well. And then notice as we move it through time, the expanse of the cone of uncertainty continues to grow right here over Florida. Now you see a good chunk of it in that, and the air rate again on 5 days is over 230 miles. So we don't focus so much on the center that much, as some models are now shifting a little bit further off toward the west, and you notice that cone of uncertainty gets a little bit wider as we move through day 4 and 5. For us, we have some rain around right now. Some showers are in the forecast for the overnight. We'll have more on that, as well as more on this devastating storm, Category 5 Matthew. Back to you, Haley.
Thank you, Bob, for that update, and he'll have more on that in the full weather forecast. Homecoming events went on as planned at Manatee High School after days of tension between students. A student bringing a Confederate flag to school earlier this week sparked Black Lives Matter protests both at Manatee High and Palmetto High. That led Superintendent Dr. Diana Green to send out a robocall last night threatening to cancel homecoming festivities if disruptions continued today, which they did not.
Homecoming weeks in and of themselves are distracting. When you add all of this into it, it's extremely distracting. So what we want to do is help our students get back to the business of going to class and learning.
The students who organized the protest are planning on holding more peaceful demonstrations. Oscar winner Jon Voight at Ringling College tonight, bringing attention to a very important topic. Joined by friend Dr. Brooke Bello of the local nonprofit organization More to Life, the actor discussed the problem of human trafficking. Dr. Bello is a trafficking survivor herself and happened to meet Voight after she was rescued and starting an acting career. She credits him with being her mentor. Brooke Bello's work to help human trafficking victims is something that Voight feels very strongly about.
He didn't know he was my mentor, but he must have known he was my role model.
I think that anybody who comes into this circle is going to get some help, and then people are going to get educated, and that's very important.
More to Life is based in Sarasota. The organization works to raise awareness about human trafficking to help victims and educate people on ways to avoid predators. To the campaign trail now, Hillary Clinton getting a slight post-debate bump in the polls. A new national poll out from Fox News has the Democratic nominee with an edge over Donald Trump among likely voters, 43 to 40%. That is within the margin of error. Clinton had just a 1-point lead in the last Fox News poll. And in Florida, a Mason-Dixon polling and research survey released today shows Clinton with a 46 to 42% advantage. These new numbers come as both campaigns hurricanes roll through key swing states. Trump was in Melbourne in Florida the day after the debate, and Hillary Clinton held rallies on the east coast of Florida today. With Vice President Joe Biden set to rally for her in Sarasota on Monday, he will also travel to Orlando. What once was just a storage facility has been transformed into a resource center thanks to donors offering their services to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Sarasota County. The facility off of Fruitville Road has 3 areas: a collaborative space, industrial art shop, and a media making studio. The organization wants to provide the younger generation with the tools and information that will later help them advance their careers.
What we want to do is ignite the confidence of young people through the power of storytelling and practical experience. We all want people working with us who are doers. Most learning happens by doing.
He says all of the funding for the center was provided by donations. And Bob, all this happening right as we were about to go on air with the changes coming out.
They just put them down from the National Hurricane Center right before the 11 o'clock hour because they were checking things out and making that cone and moving it a little bit closer to Florida. So we're going to talk about that. And we had some rain tonight, which wasn't really supposed to happen as much as we saw.
Yeah.
I'll let you know about the weekend weather forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Across America with Mega Jackpots. It's Mega Millions.
What's up, America? I'm John Crow. It is Friday, September 30th, and tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is an estimated annuitized $30 million. To win that jackpot, you must match these 5 white balls plus that gold Mega Ball. Now, let's see if I can make you a millionaire tonight. Our first winning number tonight is 50. That's followed by 21. Up next, we have 57. That's followed by 47. And your final white ball for this Friday evening is 30. Now for the Mega Ball. Tonight's Mega Ball number is 9. Again, tonight's winning numbers are 50, 21, 57, 47, 30, and the gold Mega Ball is 9. I've no matches all 6 numbers. Tuesday's jackpot can be $35 million. Good luck and play on, America.
Hurricane season is here, and Suncoast weather can go from this to this in seconds. So when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7.
We're armed with the most advanced weather technology so that we can bring you storm warnings faster and with more detail than ever before.
Plus, we focus on the Suncoast and track storms right down to your neighborhood.
On air, online, and on your mobile device. Turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, we make sure you get the most for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2016 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Complimentary maintenance included. At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
An important message for Americans eligible for Medicare.
Are you receiving all the benefits available to you? Do you know there is money available to lower your Medicare prescription costs?
Now's the time to find the coverage that's right for you at the right price. The way to do that is to explore your options. You can spend hours doing that yourself, or you can call Health Markets and let us do the legwork for you with no cost or obligation. We'll search a variety of plans from nationally recognized companies to find the coverage that's the best fit for you at a price that fits your budget, and we'll do it at no charge to you.
Plus, you may be able to save money on prescriptions. We'll tell you if you qualify.
Why pay a penny more than you have to for an insurance policy?
Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs.
Put our free service to work for you at no charge.
Call the number on the screen now to make sure you're getting all the benefits you deserve. Don't wait. Call now.
Download ABC7's free all-new news app at your app store today.
Well, if you didn't catch the top of the news, we have some breaking news on Hurricane Matthew, a Category 5 storm now. Nothing like that here, though. Just a beautiful sunset. Get a look at that. There's some clouds moving in. There's some dry air in the mid-levels and the upper levels of the atmosphere, but it wasn't enough to hold off a few showers. And what we are looking at now is a Category 5 hurricane. We haven't had a Category 5 hurricane in the Atlantic Basin since 2007, Felix. and this one has a well-defined eye, and it may go through some changes. One thing it is going to do is going to change our winds around to an easterly direction over the upcoming days, and that should keep the harmful effects of red tide off into the Gulf of Mexico. Now, there may be a little sea breeze developing tomorrow afternoon, but not nearly as much as we've seen. That westerly flow is gone now. We're going to see a return to that east to southeasterly wind flow, and that's a good thing as far as the red tide goes. And as far as showers go, well, some broke out. There's a little frontal boundary just to the north of us now. Temperatures have cooled over parts of the panhandle of Florida. You can see that light rainfall. There's that boundary from some heavier storms earlier inland. It creates this little miniature cold front. You can kind of see it working its way on, and that kind of fired the storms up a little bit stronger over the Tampa Bay area. Right now along I-275 near the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. Quite a bit of rain there, pretty heavy rain. Not a lot of lightning, light to moderate precipitation occurring throughout all of western Manatee County, Longboat Key, and near Palmetto. Rainfall amounts, not all that impressive near the coast, but a little bit more so inland. Arcadia, just around there, over 1.5 inches. Currently at the airport, we have some clear skies and 75 on the dew point. That's way up there now. East to southeast winds light at 3 miles an hour. The high today, it warmed to 90, and 88 is our normal high, so a little bit above average. No rainfall officially at the airport since earlier today. We have had some showers there, about 1/10 of an inch recorded. Look at the cooler temperatures. That's that front. 60s in Tallahassee and Pensacola. Sarasota now at 80 degrees. Orlando at 74, and temperatures much cooler inland in Sebring, Lake Placid. Temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s right there near the coast. 75 in Punta Gorda. Well, the dry air to the north of us, we're in this moisture. You can see this moisture regime kind of moving up too. So our rain chances will be increasing throughout the weekend and into early next week as we take a look at this major hurricane, 160 mile an hour winds now, and it's going through maybe a secondary eye wall replacement. That means it may weaken a little bit, and that's what the Hurricane Center is thinking. It will downgrade it to a 4, but still a very powerful storm as it makes its way toward Kingston, Jamaica, if it follows on the center path here on the cone of uncertainty. And one thing to note is now this cone does include parts of Florida on day 5, so this bears watching very closely. And what they've done is the Hurricane Center has shifted this cone a little bit off to the west and spread it out a bit. So don't focus so much on the center line. It could be anywhere within inside this cone over the upcoming 5 days. And I'll tell you what, Matthew forecast models are all pretty much in agreement that it's going toward Jamaica and eventually the eastern tip of Cuba. And then from there it spreads out a bit as it makes its way off toward the north. Now there's a chance that we could see some bands of the showers and storms kind of rotating around it, but we won't get any hurricane force winds here, it doesn't appear, as it moves through town. But look at all the warm water temperatures throughout this region into the mid to upper 80s. And so although it's been battling shear, it's expected to be a little bit more favorable. So it's going to stay pretty strong. It's going to stay at Category 4 as it makes its way toward Jamaica. Well, for boaters, winds will be out of the northeast at 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be 1 to 2 feet. And a light chop on the bays and inland waters. The water temperature now at 88 degrees. Here's a look now at the tides upcoming for Sarasota Bay. The next high tide will be at 12:54 in the morning. Now, isolated storms continuing to wind on down here. The 7-day forecast shapes up like this. A 40% chance for showers on Saturday and Sunday. More activity Monday and Tuesday. We'll be watching the tropics closely as we move through the latter half of the weekend as well. We'll be right back after this.
The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you. Download ABC7's free all-new news app at your app store today. ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Hurricane season is here, so when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7.
We're armed with the most advanced weather technology.
And focus on the Suncoast.
The official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
Yeah, and over the weekend, keep up to date on our Facebook page as well as mysuncoast.com. We'll have the latest on the system as well, as stay tuned.
Hurricane Matthew. Football Friday night starts right now.